All right, now the economy is something that Tanzanian voters will be looking at closely, and whether the rapidly growing economy is trickling down to the ordinary citizen within Tanzania. So let's get a perspective now of how important this will be as Tanzanians go to the ballot today. All right, now the election that we're talking about today comes amid a rapidly growing economy. But is that economic boom trickling down? Analysts say that it is one of the big questions the new president will have to answer. We want to talk about the economy for just a moment before we go to John Alanamo.
Haya, niko sawa.
Largest nation by geography. And for Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, this means the end of an era. Having steered this country since 2005, Kikwete leaves behind an economy that is on an upward trend, having grown by nearly 8% in the period of April to June this year. But economist Honest Gowi, a professor at Muzumbe University, says this growth is yet to trickle down.
Tanzanian economy is what we call its FDI-led growth. It's a foreign direct investment-led growth. Yeah, the firms, the companies, the corporates that are driving growth here, in the banking sector, in the mining sector, you call it, are mainly foreign-owned. And according to the Investment Act of 1997, investors are allowed to repatriate without any condition all of their income, interest, and all this. So the economy may be growing, but then the portion of the cake that has been growing may not necessarily be consumed here.
Those misgivings are shared by Amani Kamel, a trader here in Dar es Salaam who has listened to the rosy promises by CCM's John Magufuli and the equally lofty pledges by the opposition candidate Edward Lowassa. He remains to be convinced that his lot is about to change.
Sisi wenyewe tuna familia, tuna watoto, tuna mke, tunasomesha, tuna wazazi wetu ni vijijini huko, ni wazee, wanategemea sisi kama mtu mwingine, kama mfanyakazi mwingine. Sasa sisi tumekuwa ndio tu waathirika wakubwa, hasa vijana ambao ndio yani asilimia kubwa katika taifa hili. Tumekuwa hatuna ajira, tunaambiwa tu kila siku wana tutakupa ajira vijana, lakini ajira imekuwa ni kitendawili, imekuwa kama ni propaganda tu za kutuambia sisi vijana, kututumia kama sisi kuwaweka madarakani.
Both candidates promise a new start, but neither presents a real break from the past. Lowassa only quit CCM in July, when the party snubbed him as their candidate, while Magufuli has spent his entire political career in CCM. But Gowi says what the new president will need to make a difference is already in place.
There are good laws, good policies, good regulatory frameworks, but then I think we have been missing implementation. Yeah, so really working on what exists on the ground would make a difference. You know, if I was contesting, I don't think that I would come with anything new. I would really implement what exists on the ground. What we've been missing is implementation. And in that case, for example, broadly speaking, for the economy, there are issues like infrastructure, broadly speaking, you know, roads, railways, ports, airports, you know, electricity.
Tanzania's economy mainly depends on tourism, mining, and agriculture. Its telecommunications, energy, manufacturing, financial services, and transport sectors are also attracting rising investment. It is also Africa's fourth biggest gold producer after South Africa, Ghana, and Mali. And the gold exports are another important source of foreign exchange. But with a rapidly growing youth population, analysts say whoever gets elected in today's vote will need to generate some 600,000 to 700,000 new jobs each year to change the fortunes of this nation of 47 million. Jogeo, KTN News.